NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Toronto Mounties. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Toronto. They're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second and 12, Watson sliding out of the pocket. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
4 yards. That's another Toronto first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before being taken down at the 27. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive, but instead third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a third and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Toss left to Elliott. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Zeke going to get it on the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Rolling to his right. On the run. He'll let this go. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 77 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He sets to fire deep. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him up. On the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now Elliott. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
He'll He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up at the 19. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Watson, off play action. That's complete to John Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Elliott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On the option, here's Elliott. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down out near midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL this opening weekend. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. Some grabbing of the jersey there on the other line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll roll him out right. And finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or 22 shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30.
30-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's good.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
He's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder.
A 23-yarder.
The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Mayfield. And Mayfield lost the football.
Rashawn Gary. Deshaun Watson sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
Down, Jaguars.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Shark, 62 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Jaguars 14. Mounties 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Eluding the pressure right. Going. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And his guys have once again taken the lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Timer pass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A gain of 7.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Downs.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk about offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
And goal at the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And
it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
The kick is...
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
The tackle made by
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
37-yard line.
8 yards to go on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked in by Nick Hughes.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Jaguar first down.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards.
Jaguars.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
34.
9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
starts to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
For the field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
5-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up. And I think the ball's out, and the Jags grab it.
Not so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Number 35.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Time for the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Sanders' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. It led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved that they recruit with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a
3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
4-8. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. This is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
DJ Chark, incomplete. For Davius White on the coverage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they obviously fall to 0-1.